Everyone, Simon here, no camera today, just me, my voice, and some slides. And I want to talk about a quick topic, which is a better investment, real estate or crypto? Now, this is coming from a guy who lives in Arizona, and real estate prices have been going nuts. Of course, a lot of people are coming from California, from the East Coast, Chicago, from everywhere pretty much. I talk to real estate agents and they say it is definitely a seller's market right now and prices are going up like crazy. So to give you an idea, here's a home it was actually listed for $390. Because it's being bid up, it's now $420. But let me show you its price history. Just 4 years ago, it closed at $280, right? So now it's going for $420. So that is $139,000 difference. That means you lived in that house for 4 years and you made $139,000. So let's see, divided by 4, that's $35,000 a year. Pretty darn good, right? Now, of course, there are selling costs and all that, but we're not going to look at any of that. So that is about a 12% gain per year, right? So 12% per year gets you about 140,000, 12 to 12.5%. Now that's pretty respectable, whatever market you're in. And you could even say there are some homes that have appreciated over 3 years at about $100,000. So that's still at around 12% average per year, which is great. Real estate, look, lovely house, except, southwest entrance. So that's not a good vastu. I know because I drove by this house. I drove by actually on my electric bike. So if you guys are interested in e-bikes, bicycling, motorcycling gives you exposure to the wind, which is called Maruta Seva in Sanskrit. And it is actually an Ayurvedic therapy for kind of cleansing your soul, you could say. There's Atapa Seva, Maruta Seva. Atapa is exposure to heat. And of course, here in Arizona, you're getting both. But because, I'm a lazy guy, I got an electric bike, and this is the model I have, this one right here, exact same color scheme and everything. And it lets you go 40, 50 miles, maybe more at a clip. So what I do is I take my e-bike and I just drive around, and I notice there's so much housing being built. The market is definitely wild. And so I asked some questions, and that's what I found. I found that prices have gone up about $100,000 over the last 3 years, 3 to 4 years, which if you average it out is about 12 or so, 12.5%. So if we compare that though, let's compare that to crypto, and let's start with the biggest name in crypto, obviously, which is Bitcoin. So if you go back to June of 2017, which is when this house was closed, you'll see that, let's see, June, this house, Bitcoin was worth about, well, it depends on when, but let's say 2,500. Let's see, May was 17. Let's just say it was 3,000. There it is, at 2,800, 2,600. Let's round up and say it was 3,000, which it wasn't quite that much, but now it's worth 60,000. That is a 2,000% increase. Okay, so if we're looking at what is the better investment over these last 3 years, clearly Bitcoin has everyone beat, right? And Bitcoin is the big daddy. So let's see, we're getting 12%, 12.5% here per year. Versus, let's see, Bitcoin went up 2,000%. So divide that by 4 years. So that's about 500. So 12 versus 500 per year. I mean, I'm averaging out and I'm being very kind of general with the numbers, but it's not even close, right? It's not even close. In addition to that, if you put your Bitcoin in an app like Celsius, where you're earning 6% a year anyway, well, that 12% a year that you made from your house is already cut in half versus your Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now, if we look at Ethereum, the picture is not as, profound, because Ethereum hasn't grown as much as Bitcoin has. Let's see, June 2017, it was worth 300. Now it's worth 2,000. That's about a 6-7x. That's about 700%. But still, that's what, about 200% versus 12%. And that's Ethereum, which hasn't done nearly, the spike that Bitcoin has done of late. Ethereum's time will come, and it will be $20,000 within a year to a year and a half. I've made another video about that. So Ethereum at $1,700. Of course, it was $300 a couple years ago, but even here, it's a bargain, I think, compared to where it's going. So in the next couple of years, right? Obviously, these are giant tokens, so they're not going to move quickly by tomorrow. So what's my point in saying this? Is my point to say that real estate's a bad investment? No, not at all. Real estate is a good investment because everybody needs a place to live, right? But the way you make the money to buy the house is through crypto. And especially if you are, younger and sort of crypto minded anyway, this is a good way to make the money, then to reinvest, take some of your money out of your crypto and invest in something solid like real estate. I'm all for that. I'm not a maximalist to say you got to hold your crypto for the rest of your life. But that's a brief look. Now, some tokens have done even better than Bitcoin. Some tokens, well, I brought up Celsius, like Celsius has done 50x, over the last year, in 1 year. Voyager, if you look at Voyager, another one of our picks, and if it sounds like I'm harping on these, see, Voyager is $4.60. It's down from $7 where it was, but even at $4.60, it's up 18,000%, 19,000% here over the last year. So, I mean, not bad, right? Let's see where this was. It actually didn't exist in 2017. Oh, it did. It was 20 cents. Okay. So from 20 cents, then it's about 20x, more or less what Bitcoin has done overall. It's 20x, 2,000%. So what's my point? My point is, this is the time to be in crypto. Don't wait 5 years, right? Don't wait. Okay, you didn't get in 2017. That's okay. Nobody did. I was barely finding out about it then. I didn't really get in until 2018, and that's when it dropped. So that is yet another risk. That was a bear market. The good thing is, this is a bull market. And in a bull market, you'll see things like tokens 10xing just over a couple of months. 10x means 1,000% gain. So if you have 100,000 in a couple of months, you have $1 million. That's the power of this. And some of you might say, well, Simon, what's so special about what you're doing? Well, it's not much. We're just applying astrology to try to find the best token. And yes, there are some YouTubers, you'll know, everybody knows about Cardano. Everybody knows about Theta by now, who is in crypto. Everybody knows about Matic. These are tokens that I recommended particularly based on questions from you guys. Our class is called Crypto Questions Answered, right? You guys ask questions and I try to give you an astrologically sound answer, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, just an astrology view of what I think each token will do based on your questions. But I would challenge anybody to say, hey, they were telling people to buy Celsius last year. I mean, not telling people, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I was telling people that the Celsius chart looked good, that the Voyager chart looked good. And okay, maybe there were some people who were talking about these, but I guarantee no one was talking about Pundi X, MPXS. We picked this up. This first came on my radar when it was 4/1000ths of a cent. Now it's almost 1 cent in terms of price. So it's way more than 10x, right? NPXS, since we first found it. And look, I'll admit, I called this a dark horse. I didn't say, I don't make any guarantees, but I really like the chart. I really like the chart. So this has gone 6,700% over the last year. So it was 4/100ths of it. No, it was 4/1000ths of a cent. We picked it up here when it was 0004, right here, January of 2021. And now it is, it's about 20x since we first picked it up. It's about 20x. And we also talked about it last year as well. My point is that you'll watch YouTube videos of people shilling coins, telling you about this coin. Oh, Cardano is going to explode. This is going to explode. Yes, there are those out there, but there were very few people talking about Pala. Don't know anybody who was before it exploded. PPay before it exploded. Pundi X before it exploded. Even Chili's. I told our guys about it before it 10x. These are all tokens that went up before, that we talked about before they had their 1,000% and more gain. So again, I'm touting this to tout the power of this market. It has the power to move things up incredibly fast, and also the usefulness of astrology. Now, it's not everything. You should still do your own research. But that's an opportunity that I think you will regret missing out on if you're on the fence. And so come join our class if you feel like it. It's on a donation basis per class, or if you want to join our lifetimer group, it's $300. And there's no coin shilling. Nobody pays me to talk about coins. It's your questions, and I just give you my astrological opinion. And we go from there. So, conclusion, real estate versus crypto. Number one, both are good investments. But number two, if you want to get into that house of your dreams faster than ever, probably better idea to go into crypto first and then pick up whatever you are looking for, and you can do it as cash. Now, will I be doing an astrological overview of real estate? Possibly, yes, except that real estate markets differ depending on where you are. Even within the same state, there are variations. So that's a tougher question to answer. But broadly speaking, as it is now, the market is moving really fast. There's a lot of demand, especially the area where I live. And most of these houses that you see listed here, let's see this Park Meadows, are about $100,000 more than they were even just a couple years ago. So let's see. Look at this. This closed March 2018 for $260. Now, 3 years later, it's $360. So again, that's about an 11-12% gain per year. It's $100,000 over 3 years, so $33,000 a year. It's about a 12.5%, I think, over this price. So versus, you know, 500, 600, 700% per year annualized in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptos. Again, there's probably more risk, not probably, for sure, there's more risk in crypto than in real estate. However, there is also risk in real estate. So it's up to you. But again, I make these videos to show you that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm putting myself out there. I don't have to make these videos. There's no, I mean, yes, I get some donations from you guys from my class, but that's not, that honestly, that's not my motivation. That just keeps me going. But it's to share an opportunity that I'm glad someone shared with me, right? Someone shared this with me, and back in 2018, and of course, I lost a lot of money in 2018 because the market went down, but I stuck through it, and now we're reaping that harvest. So you guys who are new to this, you didn't have to lose that money. You didn't have to take this giant dip in 2017 and 2018. You didn't have to live through that. And so you're at a place where you can optimally benefit from this market, which is probably not going to last that much longer, another year maybe, before there's another bear market. So anyway, that's it. That's enough out of me. Real estate versus crypto. You guys do what you like. I love you all. I'm here to answer your questions, and we'll see you in the next one. Namaste.